What is going on? Good to see you, Thomas. Thanks for coming by, buddy. I'm not late. I'm not late. I appreciate you coming by, buddy. Hey, man. While I got you here, does it seem like we're extremely slow? Because, like, yesterday, the live kind of, 2 hours is a little short for us typically. And I don't know. Is it me? Is it me as far as with the lives and in the videos, or is it people are just kind of bored right now? Like, what do you think's going on? I mean, how are you guys feeling? Do you guys feel like you're still interested as much? You're checking out a bunch of people's lives and videos. I'm really curious on um like I don't really care about how my videos do, but the last two of my Pokemon videos, they did like maybe I guess we'll take a look real quick. Let's see what we got. Yeah, vegan. Thanks for asking that question. So put it in the Discord. She ran off with it. No SIRs. We did not pull any SIRs. We did get some good hits though, at least, that I was happy with. My daughter was ecstatic. She was just bouncing with joy the whole entire time. Um, Getting to open up a booster box, just pack after pack after pack after pack. So real quick, I'll name off some of them. We got a decent amount of EXs. We got the Demise illustration rare, which is cool. We got the Primarina illustration rare, which actually looks better than in the pictures. Rampardos EX, Chandelure EX, Mega Chandelure EX full art. We got the Bestallion, Savali, which we've already pulled the Savali. Morpeko, Whalelord EX, Gideon's, what is that? Final Battle, the full art trainer, Fomantis, Exadrill, Mega Darkrai EX, another Mega Zero Aura, and the Whalelord EX full art. So we at least no Goldines, no Goldines, no, what was the other one I was wanting? No Misty, no Darkrai, no SIR, but we did get the Whalelord EX, the full art, which I cannot complain about. That is, it's a beautiful card, and there's like, if I'm sure you've probably seen it, but you haven't. There's like some wave texturing underneath the hollow. It looks really good. So she was ecstatic, and then shout out to Pack Hype. Um, we worked out a deal. He sent me another Power World box, so this makes six, and then he threw in two of the My Little Ponies, like blister packs, and she opened up those as well. She said she loved them as well, so she had a really fun day. You're muted, Tasha. I don't. I have the fight going in the background. So yeah, she opened up that, so she had a really good rip session, and honestly, it made me think about this. And people are gonna say what they want to say. That's fine, but like that is why booster boxes should be with new sets, they should be relatively affordable. I know that this is a luxury, but when you're opening up like random sleeve packs or you're opening up ETBs, you don't get all of those like guaranteed hits and stuff like that. Where with a booster box, you do get those guaranteed hits, and to just see how happy she was. That was her first booster box that she's ever gotten to open, and just getting to go through the packs, and she was excited too, because it wasn't just the EXs or the illustration rares or the full arts. It was also all like the reverse hollows, the hollow foils, because typically each pack you'll get like three now, and she was just like, ooh, shiny dad, ooh, shiny dad. So she had an absolute freaking blast. Lost out on money, but it's not about the money. But it just was like, man, could you imagine if we had booster boxes at like 140? Like I want her to be able to have that experience at more. Like it'd be really cool every single set that comes out to be able to get her to a booster box and be able to open it instead of having to worry about, man, is this going to be the only time to be able to get this booster box? That it like what's going to happen with it? So it was definitely a little bit of an eye opening experience, but she absolutely loved it. So What's up, Korean guy? Good to see you, buddy. Was just messing up. Let's see. I was just playing League of Legends yesterday, playing a little right now as well. Yeah, bro. We got blood in the house. Good to see you, buddy. We missed you yesterday. It was a little bit of a slower it was a little bit of a slower live yesterday. So I'm sure you were just busy. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming by as always. You like my videos? I appreciate it. I mean, it's just again, I'll show you guys kind of what they're doing. No slow either. I'm not sure what that means. Has it started yet? Yep, it's on there. It's the last fight. It's about to they're doing the walkouts. I basically checked out on Pokemon content right now. White boys getting knocked. White boys get I hope not. I really hope not. I hope that's not the case. On the content lady. On the content lately. Share the memories with the kids. Um that's the most important today. I ripped 6 Journey Together, 6 Destin, 4 Wife. Dang, 2 EXs and a Swadloon illustration where I got. Well, yeah, that's how it's been lately for me. The last SIR that I pulled. Well, actually, I didn't even get to pull it. Was from Ascended Heroes, where my kids they opened up. What was it? A Pokemon Center ETB, 2 ETBs, a poster collection. I feel like they opened up something else as well, but it's been a while since we gotten like an SIR. You were getting drinks with the old GameStop. Hey, bro, that's what it's all about. But yeah, I mean, I'm just curious to see like how you guys are feeling. As far as content, it just are you guys just kind of passing up on content right now, kind of over the whole Pokemon bull run, or not bull run, but just like it just seems because so perfect example. And I know I'm a small content creator, and I don't complain about my views, so don't get it twisted. Like I'm not complaining. But the last couple videos, like 103 views, 127 views. Then I did the Pal World video, that's 711 views, 57 comments. I don't know what the likes are. The likes have been dropping off a lot lately as well. Then I did this crash incoming. These cards are a big opportunity. I thought it was really interesting, and people, I thought people would like it. 88 views, 35 comments. I think the likes were like sub. Let me see if I can. I think likes were sub like 20 or something, which typically we were averaging about 20 a piece. Yeah, 17 likes. Then you're being lied to. 184 with 15 comments, 13 likes, and then this Power World video has just gone absolutely insane. It's crazy, and honestly, I don't care. It's not about these views don't do anything for me. Don't get it twisted. I'm not gonna play. It was just more of the live. Like I said last night with the live, and people were dropping off. An hour and a half into it. Maybe I was just like, "Am I washed? Or people just over me? Do I need to cut back on the lives?" Um, like so. I'm really looking for feedback. If you guys think that we're doing too much with the channel, or if it's me, let me know what I can do differently. If we need to cut back on lives and only do like a live once a week, we can obviously do that as well. Maybe right now, 3 hour lives just aren't in the books. So let me catch up. So yeah, anyways, any feedback would be greatly, greatly appreciated. I want to give you guys as much content that you guys are looking for as possible. I know that you guys live your own lives. I don't push likes on you guys, comments, or anything like that. I obviously appreciate it. Um, I know the Pal World isn't for everybody. Like Roxy Boxy, I know that they don't really care for Pal World very much. That's going to stay the same. I do plan on making the different market kind of watch videos for Japanese, Korean, Chinese throughout the week as well. It's just been busy. So yeah, Blood. I'm glad you had a good time, buddy. What's up, ICBB? Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're having a great weekend as well. Thanks for coming by tonight and just saying what's up. Hopefully you have a great Sunday. Ripping Pokemon packs. It's demoralizing if you're doing it by yourself. Like I said, man, my daughter was on cloud nine for an hour. 2 hours. Um, she didn't know about it. I was like, "Here, you want to open up some packs?" She's like, "Yeah." And so I went and then opened up the booster box and we just got them out. We started going pack by pack by pack, and of course, she's done it so much now. I mean, she's opened up a lot of packs, so she was just going through like the common cards and the uncommons. But then once they got to the shiny, she's like shiny, shiny, and then she would pull, like an EX and stuff like that. And like I said, dude, by halfway through, she was bouncing off the wall. She ran into her room. She put it all up. I asked her if she wanted to keep the booster box, and she's like, "Yeah, put all the cards in the booster box and put it with the rest of my stuff." So yeah, it is demoralizing, but again, it's worth it. Having that experience with your kids. It was like, man, like I really want to. I need prices to stay like they are, so I'm able to pick up a couple boxes and definitely do an opening with my kids once every set. So it was good though. Yes, I am going for the slow bro. No slow bro. I'm just gonna have to buy it in Japanese. What's up, Toy? Sorry, I'm gonna catch up to the comments. I like your videos. I appreciate that. On a different note, I was at a card show today. I was asking vendors how sales are. They said Raw is selling more than graded slabs. Interesting. Interesting. Did they say, as far as with sales, have sales kicked down at all, or you know, like any sort of difference? Because even though they're selling, they may not be selling at such a high velocity like they were. I'm not surprised though that Raws are selling because Raws have taken a pretty good price drop, most of them, where I still feel like a lot of slabs are overpriced. And I think a lot of people are starting to know that, like, hey, PSA severely backed up, well, tag, CGC, they're backed up. So we're probably going to get hit with slabs. Pal World to the Moon. That's. That's what it seems like. I mean, like I said, I did that little market watch video, 932 views. Not even, I think it's been up for like a day. It's insane. The watch time has been really good. Um, I've gained like 10 subscribers from that video alone, which it is what it is. I mean, I'm grateful. Don't get it wrong. I'm very grateful for it, but this is not a Pal World channel. Pal World to the Moon. Yeah, Pal World. That's the secret sauce. A lot of these Pokemon content creators, shout out to Krabby. I guess he doesn't really watch my channel anymore, but Krabby was like he crapped on Pal World today, and and that's fine. He doesn't have to like Pal World, but if he would to get into that side of Pal World and talk a little bit about it, I feel like that could keep his numbers going as well. But he's already accomplished a lot, so he might be very content with where he's currently at. Pokemon content is still super oversaturated. Yeah, for sure, bro. I want to make sure that if I spend time out of my day to make videos, that it's somewhat engaging to you guys. And if it's too much, then we'll cut back on it. Too many people burn themselves out. They truly need to ride the wave and enjoy the hobby for what it is. Yeah, I agree 100%, man. I've tried to do like daily content. It's been a while, but since I've tried to do that, but recently I've been trying to get 2, 3, 4 videos out a week, and sometimes it's just a lot. And I really do enjoy the lives, so that's why like last night we were dropping a little bit like flies. So I was like, okay, well maybe I need to adjust it, until we start to pick back up. Maybe people aren't as interested, and there's a lot that I can do other than doing lives. So I appreciate it, bro. I'll keep on doing them. Well, I'm out of Pokemon basically now. Why are you out of Pokemon Whack? What's up, Roxy? Yeah, no, yeah, we're back to normal schedule. As long as people want that to be the case, we'll be doing lives Fridays and Saturdays just like we normally do. School starting, everyone's schedules will settle down again. That is very true. It's going to be interesting to see these restocks now that all these people have kids in schools and they gotta take their kids to school. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure the 30th still is going to be insane. We got Blab Burglar, Burner Account 2.0. Yeah, 151. Go buy it. Nobody's buying it right now. It's probably on the decline, honestly. um, I appreciate it, Blood. I do. I was just checking. Yeah, PSA is backed up. Yep. What's up, Pokey Jack to the future? Thanks for coming by. Convert your kids into Power World. Not right now, bro. Not right now. I can't do that. No. At some point, we'll see how long it takes to get these freaking booster box reprints coming in. Already asking for Power Word toys. So I saw a short where if you have a Target next to you or close by, they actually they have Power World toys. Like you add water and you get a little like globe toy thing. So it's coming. It's really coming. And then the mobile games coming out this year. They're already talking about a 1.1 update. So yeah, bro, Power World's they're trying, right? Who knows what's really going to happen? I believe in Power World as long as they can get some freaking cards in the players' hands because it doesn't matter if you have investors and speculators and collectors if you don't have people that can actually go collect the cards, play the TCG, like hold the cards, like it's going to be rough. So they need to free up some printing space, find somebody to print them. I don't imagine Pokemon's going to print them, so that's probably not going to happen. But they need to figure out something because they can't wait a year because they've got other obligations. That's just not going to work. Palworld exposing me. I mean, well, hey, bro, technically, Lambo people could say that it's exposed me, right? Because I've said that I love Pokemon. I still do love Pokemon, but I've bought into Power World and I make videos about Power World, and I feel like I've tried to separate myself from the normal PokeTube. Um, I know there's some other content creators that are planning to do the same, where they still love Pokemon, but they just want to be separate from the PokeTube space. So yeah, I mean, people can say whatever they want, right? You're never gonna make everybody happy. If Power World is crap, then why is it $15 a pack and 150 bucks? $150 boxes are sold out. It's just it. I really do think I really do think that um, there's a ton of hype, a ton of speculation going on right now. I don't think $150 booster boxes are a good idea. I don't think $110 for the second set is a great idea right now. But that's that I'm still carrying over the same beliefs that I have from Pokemon and moving forward. Mm. One, it's time to try harder. 151 ETB prize for you once you hit 1,000 subs. I'm okay. I'd rather have a Paldean Fates ETB. I think the viewers get burnt out on hearing that everything with Pokemon just sucks. Uh, they might. I mean, I assume you're talking about me, because a lot of people are still pumping up like the 30th anniversary and Delta Rain and stuff like that. So I assume that that's who you're talking about is me, and yeah, it's probably true. But then, like I said, I make a market watch video that Mimic Brew could make 5 times better, 10 times better, and it's doing like 1,000 views. So I don't expect that to be normal. I expect that to settle down. But yeah. Um. Well, I know World Nine. He did a drop, and he was selling single booster boxes for 120, and then he was doing decks and booster boxes for 170, both decks in the booster box. So I don't know. I guess real quick, I'll pull up and see if we've had any movement on Pal World booster boxes today. I imagine probably not. I just there's so many variables. I mean, I know people are going crazy for them. Like somebody messaged in my market watch video said they paid and bought the Gillette SSP because of the gold texting compared to if they reprint and do a silver texting. Yeah, we're still at 160. We still have 160. I don't know what Football Pete is doing his for. Let's see, 164 it looks like. So yeah, it hasn't moved at all. They're kind of sitting stagnant at the moment. 27 sold today. So the sales through volume is starting to go down on these, people buying them. Um I don't know. It just depends. It really just depends. You sold out and traded for sealed at least? So you moved out of all your singles into sealed? Is that what you're saying, Whack? Or you completely got out? Enjoy life, sitting talking shit about what we love. I'm Michigan, so they get kind of late for my. Yeah, I know it. I know it's late. That is another thing that's a part of it. I completely understand it. It's just it's the earliest that I can do it. I got a wife and kids, and you know, my wife's work schedule. It's just I do the best that I can do. So trust me, I'm not trying to bitch. I'm not trying to complain. Don't get it twisted. I just, like I said, I just wanted to do a little check in. I think that it's a good idea, to always do a check in with your community and say, is there anything that I can do better? Is there anything you guys would like to see? Do we need to cut back? Just trying to always adapt and grow to the best of my abilities. Pokemon being above MSRP is what sucks. I agree, man. I truly agree. Like I said, it would be great if we got booster boxes at 140 and you could pick up a couple. And like I said, man, when I did the opening with my daughter today, just seeing her excitement on getting to just keep opening up packs and just the love that she truly has for it, because she doesn't have that same love for Lorcana. Um, Pal World, I don't know how she would feel about it. One day we'll find out, right? One day we'll get to open up some Pal World. But right now, her true love is Pokemon. Like, it could be the most basic cards, and she's in love with it. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting my hands on some of the 30th anniversary and getting to open that with them. Especially, like I said, pull rates look very, very generous. And those Pikachu cards in the back, like she'll just be ecstatic the whole time, whether it's you know 30 packs or 100 or 200 packs, right? Like that one guy said, I can't remember who said it, that came in and said, I don't care what it is, I'm going to open like 200 packs at Marcus. So um Power World video game is so good. It looks very good. I'm very excited for the mobile game. I really am. Power World has toys. When I went to the demo event, they gave out a little figure that haven't released yet. I didn't win the raffle for them, but they are sick. Yeah, they look pretty good. My wholesale program has 30 ETB cases for 140. They have about 50 cases, and I also checked out Hobbiesville. They have the 30th bundles for 65. Yeah, I mean, you're so what? There's 10 ETBs per case, so you're paying roughly about 140. Of course, if you hold on to that, in 5 years, that's going to be exponentially more money. Um, 65 for bundles. What I'm trying to think. So like Ascended, let me look real quick. I know Ascended, I think it's around $80 for Ascended Heroes bundles. 65 is not bad right now, right? And probably in the short term with it coming out, but I do think that we're going to see bundles cheaper than 65. I know, I don't, but again, obviously guys, you know this, I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't take anything I say. Do what you think is best for yourselves. Um, but I am 65 is not bad for the 30th bundles, but like medium to long term, like the next couple years, I don't know as much. There's just too many variables when it comes to it. Let's see, 87 bucks for Ascended Heroes bundles. Yeah, looks like they've been holding in the 80s. So, based off that math, right? 65 is a great deal. If you guys want to secure, I don't know what GameStop is selling theirs for, but yeah, it's a solid deal, especially if you want to be able to flip them. I mean, bundles coming out of the gate are they're probably going to be, I don't know, like $100 more than likely. Not saying you are, but stand tall and stick by Power World if you want. No, bro. I mean, I want to stick by Power World and Pokemon. I don't know anything about Lorcana. Maybe at some point, I go deeper into it instead of just, strictly like an investing wise slash just enjoying the box art. Like there's cards that I would like to have from Power World, or sorry, Lorcana, but mostly like again, Pokemon primarily, and then a little bit of Power World. So it feels like only high-end hyper modern slowed down, but anything below 100 sells well. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. I actually wanted to take a look at Sword and Shield with you guys tonight, but we probably won't. We'll probably just talk for a little bit and then call it a good one. Like I said, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. But yeah, I think that Sword and Shield is a really smart place to put money. I know it's stagnant. I know it's not really moved a ton. Early and also early Scarlet and Violet. But yeah, like Phantasmal Flames, Destined Rivals, Chaos Rising, Perfect Order, Pitch Black, Black Bolt, White Flare, Journey Together, like all the stuff in the reprint window. I think depending on what the market does, the TCG bubble, whether it's popped or not, I think that just there's other places that you could put your money, and I do think eventually Sword and Shield has to run. When I look at the chase cards from Sword and Shield, and I look to like Scarlet and Violet, as far as artwork wise, there's really not a ton of difference. So that's what perplexes me so much about a lot of this ultra modern in Scarlet and Violet difference, where you have cards that are going for almost $1,000, over $1,000, 500, 600 bucks, and then you have like the Lugia that took years and years and years to get to $500. It's very interesting to me. But I think a lot of people came in and they don't know a lot about this ultra modern stuff. I had to pass on the 30th. Yeah. Roxy, I'm sure you checked it out. I know there's an option with Hobbiesville where they will pay your tariffs and stuff like that, but you do have to pay a little bit more for shipping. That might be what you're talking about. 120 a booster box right now and 25 for trial decks. They said that they would reserve the deck for me. Hopefully they're not. Hey, bro, that's awesome. Good for you. I kept all my Sam's boxes in 14 pack boxes, but out of all the Mega and SV sealed, got all my singles still. Okay, so you moved out of all sealed. Interesting. What did you move it into? Whack. I'm just saying I enjoy lives. If I bounce, it's just time. No, I get it. I get it. No, I just wanted to, like I said, I just wanted to check in. That's it. I appreciate you. No, I know some people they're around, it's like 3 o'clock their time watching lives, and I get it. Trust me. I very much get it. Um, the memories I have opening XY booster boxes with my daughter. I used to buy her 2 to 3 at a time for birthday. Dang, good for you. Yeah, I remember Shining Legends, me and my son, my oldest son, ripping a ton of that. Um, for Forbidden Light, even some Flash Fire, Sun and Moon. Like he got spoiled to the point that he just really, if it wasn't a big hit, he did not care anything for it. Where like I said, my daughter is a little bit different. She just if it's shiny, she absolutely loves it. Funny other YouTubers. I don't see anybody's come after me for switching it up. I'm just saying, like, if they wanted to, they absolutely could. But I don't think anybody cares about me. There may be like a couple people, but it is what it is. Yeah, I saw that Islam cracked him. I really hope Islam loses. It seems like uh, I don't like there was another guy, they called him like the eagle or something like that, but he used to wear that headdress thing, and I know he's from like Russia, and he was like undefeated. So I like to see people get their butts kicked every now and then. Wife has friends over. I appreciate you drunk. I'm sure you had a crazy night as well. Carol, but right now you should be primarily Power World and a little bit of Pokemon at least. Yeah, I know I should. I'm not going to. Like I said, Korean. I don't know if you saw the analytics, but I've gained more subscribers in a day from a Power World Market Watch video than what I've gained in months making Pokemon content. But again, my love is still Pokemon. I know that we're close to getting back to a place where we're going to be able to do openings and not have to worry about the market as much and picking up singles and stuff like that at a more affordable price. We got to get there. And I always want my channel to be primarily focused around Pokemon, but I don't want to be tied down to a specific TCG as well. So I get what you're saying. That is a smart thing to do, but I'm going to stick what I with what I promise people, if that makes sense. Yep, it is. Yep, just the trends and see the hobby. Yep, no, I agree, bro. You're 100%. What's up, Chew? Good to see you, buddy. The 30, like 30K ish of sports slabs. Dang, bro. I heard sports is kind of taking off, no? Just ripping packs for days. Yeah. I did that with my son for Christmas one year. I think I got him I got him a Shining Legends collection box, the one that had the Lugia, the Shining Lugia, had the Shining Celebi. I think it had the Shining Genesect as well. I had a couple of them and then had the Shining Lugia little figure. I got him one of those for Christmas. I got him a normal ETB of that for Christmas because we were chasing cards inside of Shining Legends, which Shining Legends is so good. I love Shining Legends. I think it's a great set. It was a Shining Mew that we were chasing. And then the Mewtwo, I don't even think we knew about the Mewtwo or we cared about it. And then also that year, I had him, like the book that Plumber reads with the names. At the time, we had the book where it had all the Pokemon, and I said, "Okay, I want you to go through each page and pick which Pokemon that are your favorites." And so it was like 4 or 5 months before Christmas, and he did that for me. And I ended up the rest of the year ordering him a card off of eBay of every single one of those Pokemon, and then I gave it to him in a lunchbox for Christmas for him. So yeah, I've done stuff like that. I'm looking forward to doing stuff like that for my daughter, and then for my youngest son as well. But there's nothing better than just freaking getting hundreds of packs and just ripping. The boosters back then were 120 bucks. Yeah. We like you said, we don't know how good it is until it's gone. And then the same thing. History will repeat itself. We'll get booster boxes down to, 130s, 150s, maybe even $100, maybe below 100 bucks. People won't care anymore. You'll start passing up on them. And then we will get back to a bull run and be like, man, booster boxes are now $300. We want them back at 180 or 200, whatever MSRP is. It's just the way the world works. But I plan on still being here, making content, reminding whoever wants to watch the content or not. Make sure you're picking up boxes, whether you think it, because you never know when the market's going to take a flip, right? So just keep picking up booster boxes, opening up product, enjoying the hobby, adding to your collection while you can. Can't stress this enough. The void for knowledgeable channels that know what is going on in Power World is wild. Um, it seems like there's a lot of relatively knowledgeable channels. Manhattan, like I know Surgical Ninja. I don't agree with the take he had about the booster boxes, where he said they're not going to matter with the misprint in the first edition. I thought that was a crappy take, but I know he's been covering, you know, like different sets that are coming out. There's a couple of channels that I feel like are pretty decent getting out information about the video game, about the TCG or OCG. It's actually OCG, not TCG. And then there's another guy. He's got a deeper voice. He's got a beard as well. He did some box openings, but he was actually playing the TCG online and going through different meta decks and kind of filling them out and getting stuff out. People are talking about meta decks, what kind of cards to put into decks. So I feel like, you know, there's some relatively good information coming out, but it's so early. And honestly, the people that jump onto Power World and that Power World content, I think long term they're gonna be like your Pokey Revs and your Cool Trainer Ryans and your Pokey Annies and stuff like that, as long as they stay consistent and keep adapting and learning. So I'm just trying to just have a little sliver of the Power World market because I'm very passionate about it. On top of of Pokemon, and I believe in it a lot. So 30K for about 40K worth of sports slabs. Football season's rolling around, but I got the old cards. Hey, bro, moving wherever you find, and that's the thing is, if you guys have not checked out, it's World of Nine. I know I put him in the live like a week ago, but go check out his channel. He's kind of like a young Rudy trying to build his YouTube channel. He has distro. Um, he was talking about that there is money leaving Pokemon and moving into other TCGs or crypto. You know, they're saying crypto's fixing to start to pump again. It's very interesting. And you know, honestly, follow where your heart is. You know, a lot of people they still love Pokemon, but I think a lot of people are freaking tired. You know, like Lambo, he may not even be here in here anymore, but even him, I mean, he made a YouTube channel and he just stopped because he got tired of the same stuff being said over and over and over. And honestly, probably chasing, you know, going to these vending machines and run around with chicken like his head cut off, you know? Same thing with TCG market data. He was another content creator making, you know, these informative spreadsheets about these sets and cards that were moving up and down. And he needed to take a break. And I think he's taken a full break, but now he's coming out with a really cool website with a really cool app. So, you know, I think a lot of people have lost kind of that fire, that passion from all the this is when the restock's happening. This is the Discord notifications, the Pokemon Center queues up, Walmart queues up, Target queues up. Like it has been two extremely long tiring years. And no matter how good the money is, you're just going to get tired of it eventually. You're going to need a break because there's no joy. You're literally at this point just going after the money. And I think that that's why you're starting to see a lot of content creators making videos about Pokemon isn't fun anymore. I know Krabby, again, like I said, I still like Krabby. I guess he doesn't care for me anymore. It's whatever. I don't, it is what it is. Um, but he made a video talking about people were leaving comments about Pokemon's not fun anymore. And what was really surprising to me was the other day I watched a Mitch video and Mitch said himself that Pokemon is no longer fun. And Mitch was one of these people not too long ago saying how great Pokemon still is, how there's opportunities. He's buying all this stuff. He's vending. I mean, the guy literally, I think, has his hands in every cookie jar besides owning an online store, LGS, and with distro that could possibly be done. And even he now is starting to go more towards the negative side of Pokemon with, you know, the in-store drops, the online drops, and just literally saying that Pokemon is not fun anymore. And so I'm telling you guys, I think that it's close. I think that the TCG bubble has popped. I think that we are going to have this false hope going into the 30th, going into Delta Rain. And I think instead of continuing, we're going to go down and continue to go down. We don't get another specialty set until the middle of next year. So we're not getting a specialty set in January, February, like a lot of people were thinking that we were going to be getting. It's going to be another main series set, probably extremely small, Aura Seeker. So but don't be fearful of it. Be be excited for it. If you have eaten like crazy and you've like bought, sorry, like Ice the BB. I don't know if he's still in here or she, or I assume it's he. But I've seen some of his comments where he's like, I'm loading up, I'm loading. If that's the case, don't be fearful of a correction or a crash or a bear market. Be excited because that's just more of an opportunity. And let that, where everyone else is fearful and staying away, let that drive you. Keep that drive the whole time. And know that no matter how bad it gets, you buy a booster box at 120 and it crashes down to $80 because you didn't think it would go any lower, but the bear market is literally that bad. Or you bought a card for X amount of dollars and it's because it's down 70% and it goes down, you know, in half of that as well. Be excited, you know, collect what you want to, invest in what you want to, and keep that fire because in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, maybe 6 years, when the next bull run, you're not going to be in any position where you have to be missing out on stuff. You can go, okay, Chaos Rising, I appreciate your service. I have 30 of you of your booster boxes because you went down to $80. I picked up one every single week. I'm going to move off of four of you because you guys are now $300 a booster box, and I'm going to go into um, Evolving Skies 3.0. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's going to be where the true money is made, not necessarily what we've seen in this bull run. Um, Sorry, let me see. What you said, drunk. My ethic when it comes to doing business, brand, evolve or die. No shade at all with the brand shakeup. Do what needs doing. I agree, bro. Like I said, this honestly, this channel is kind of whatever I want it to be. Still Pokemon, but a little bit of Power World in. Like I said, who knows? Maybe we'll go into Lorcana at some point later on down the line. I'm just following where my passions are, and I think if you do that, you can't lose. Pokemon is king, but I don't get the hate and divide over Power World. There's plenty of room for both. Even if Power World shits the bed in 5 years, you literally it's going to make Pokemon do better. Anime, video games, cards. And I know people are shitting on the cards. They're saying that the Power World cards are AI and they're poo poo. I don't really agree with that sentiment, but people should be excited. And we talked about this before Power World even came out, before we knew what these cards were going to look like. Is it is going to make Pokemon have to step up their game, and everyone should be excited about that. But instead, you're hearing about like TCG Player. You still can't go on TCG Player and look up Power World. There's nothing on Power World. Collector, there's nothing on the Collector app. You can't do anything with that. Um, distros are not taking in Power World to be able to give to their LGSs, even though they're being asked to, because they don't want to piss off Pokemon. There's a lot of gatekeeping going on. But one thing I think is always going to be true is that people love an underdog story. And I feel like Power World, people are, as long as it continues to be good, they keep evolving and adapting, people are going to speak volumes to get Power World to whatever way, shape, and form that it needs to get to. I've not opened up any Power World. I appreciate George Pack Hype and his wife for sending out the My Little Pony cards. They are cool, but from the cards that we pulled, I looked at the texturing, I looked at what they had, and there are cards in Power World that I think look way better than what we were able to pull. I know that there's better cards more than likely, but I wasn't blown away by like My Little Pony. My Little Pony's on TCG Player. It's on Collector. It's insane. And then you have all the PokeTubers that are just bashing Power World, calling it Timu. People with acrylics that sell acrylics, they're saying that they're not even going to think about building an acrylic for the Power World booster boxes until set 5 because it's a meme coin. It's a pump coin. Like today I heard Krabby say that, like, will anybody care about Power World when Pokemon is relatively available and affordable, which is a valid point, and I think that people will. I will. I'll be buying Power World and Pokemon just like I've been doing. I watched a Henry video and he said it's a meme coin. That Power World's like a meme coin, and that the whole TCG market's like crypto. Which I get it. There's a ton of TCGs, but dude, all these Pokemon creators, you either have the people that are accepting of it, and I don't agree with a lot of them, but Kyra, DJ, Opossum Bud, Mimic Brew, those are just the ones that I follow. They're very accepting of it. They think that it can do incredible things. And then you've got the other majority of people that are just shitting all over it and trying to get their audience not to even take a look at it, which I think is just smooth brained activity, honestly. I know Leo has Pokemon, but I think there's just more talk about Power World. The Pokemon market is static, except a handful of singles, and everyone says everything that is possible to say. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I definitely try to look at it and go in different directions. Like I said, the whole black and white video. But yeah, and that's why I'm trying to do different languages because nobody was really doing different languages as far as singles and sealed. And now people are starting to do that as well. So, I always try to diversify, try to give you guys some form of not everyday garbage bullshit within reason, right? Like I'm not a big grader. I don't really submit a lot of graded cards off. So for me, I'm not going to really talk about it. But then with black and white, I had to talk about it because of the difference. So, I'm doing the best that I can, but yeah, I mean, maybe I'll get to a point where I make like two Power World videos a week. Like if there's something that I need to talk about in Power World besides Market Watch, obviously I'll do that. But right now, I think like a Power World Friday going into the Friday live, I think that's kind of what I want to do. And eventually, I want to have just a random talking head video one day, one day doing Japanese, Chinese, Korean, sealed, and then another day going over singles and stuff like that. Whack is a whale. Whack has just been around for a very long time. We got Pablo back in the house. Your view's gonna go down to under 500. I mean, who knows? Is the fight over? I guess they're gonna go to decision. They're probably gonna give it to Islam. Um, he's swimming around the Pacific. Um, yeah, Surgical Ninja. Yeah, his takes are very interesting. Like I said, I really I really did not agree when he was trying to shit on the booster boxes and telling people to just open them, which is, again, that's what they're meant for. They're meant to be open, but come on, we've seen this. You would be a fool to have a new TCG first set, first ed box with the stamp on a misprint. You would have to be a fool or have a ton of money to or not believe in the OCG, TCG to not at least hold on to a couple of those boxes. And the fact that he's like, these boxes are going to be worth nothing. There's going to be no difference. People are not going to care. Da 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 da. I was like, okay, bro, you've lost me on that. So, but he's one of those people that he's jumped around from TCG to TCG where he's talked about, Magic and some of these other nicher TCGs. And then now he's kind of found his fit with Power World and he's absolutely exploded when it comes to Power World. There is a lot of hype for Power World and a lot of people are very interested in it. And I do think that you're seeing people who are fans of Pokemon who are going over to Power World because some of them feel like, yeah, they missed out on the boat and maybe that's their potential, or they're just looking for something fun to rip that is relatively unaffordable. And that's another thing too. I saw people commenting saying, if you're a real Poke fan, you would not be going over to Power World. And I just think again that's extremely smooth brained activity. But we're seeing a lot of that in the Pokemon space. People are just they're not willing. I think a lot of it, to be honest with you, yep, Islam won. Not surprised. Um, I think people are afraid of Power World. I really truly do. I think that they're afraid of it and it's never going to be the king, right? But I do think even if it takes 5% of Pokemon fans and moves them into Power World, that is a massive, massive audience. But I say bring it on with open arms. It's not even because I think this is investable or, I believe in it. I do believe in it. I do think it's investable, but I think competition is great. And this is the closest competition you will probably ever get to Pokemon. Rogue Red is good. Is that the guy? There's a guy, like I said, and then I know there's a Tyson guy too. Actually, I think that's the guy that I've watched. Is he's got the Grisbolt as his person, his little icon. Mm, okay, yeah, I've not. Is it? Well, actually, I don't know. Rogue Red. I'll have to look into it. I'm pretty sure it's like Tyson something, but new X Men lineup is crazy. The female X Men. Let's see. They better not. Oh, let's see. Exhausted of the vendors and scam content. My buddy is a vendor and sold me a cracked Mewtwo breakthrough PSA 9 and hid it behind a guard. Well, he's not your buddy, Manhattan. I don't know if you're still in here, but he is definitely not your buddy. If he knew that it was cracked and he hid it intentionally, that's some shitty stuff to do. So I would question them being your buddy. I've had to learn that from personal experience as well, from thinking that people were friends or what is the word like I don't know, when you work with people they're your co-people, your co-workers, like you all work, you're cool with each other. And I'll tell you what, this world's a dog eat dog world. It really truly is. It's hard to find people that will give you like their shirt off their backs and stuff like that. It's not that easy. Then Dragon Ball made the TCG boring, so I took up Power World. I think Power World's great. I have a really fun time. Like I'm addicted to playing the online Power World TCG. We are getting one in March. We're getting what in March? A specialty set? Not from what I've heard. Middle of next year. You're loading up. Yeah, Thomas, you've been going crazy. Does he give you any discounts for, or are you paying what he's charging? Absolutely, absolutely. It reminds me of, in a way, Fortnite with these updates. I just hope that they continue. I hope they don't update it as much. Um, like 3 updates, 4 updates a year or whatever. Like I think it was like Fortnite's like 3, 4 times, 5 times a year. Pump the brakes, take it nice and slow, not too slow though, and just stay hungry. Stay hungry with it. That's the biggest thing with these companies is they get way too freaking greedy, way too complacent. They lose that drive. So it's gonna be really interesting to see. But I think the game looks great. I'm excited to play it. I've never played the game. I'm gonna be playing it on my phone. We'll see what happens, and I'm looking forward to some good and bad years with Power World because it's not always gonna be you buy a booster box for $40 and then it goes to 160 or 200, or if you buy a case it goes up to 2K or 1500 or something like that. But yeah, I know that they've done some really good stuff. Okay, Korean guy, put it in the Discord because I know that some people like Chu was wanting to get some, and I won't name the guy, but they're very popular in the Pokemon space, and they literally said that set five before they would make it, and that it is a meme. Power World's a meme, so got it for $80. But yeah, put that in the Discord if you don't mind. People were playing Power World in. They were playing it in your shop yesterday? Okay, cool. Well, you do sell it for MSRP though. A lot of these shops, man, they're not. They're selling it like 120s, 160s. My store, my LGS right up the road from me, they got it from distro, and by the time they got it, it was at 160. Actually, it was 180. They were selling at 160. So they are doing tournaments. They got approved by Bushy Road to be able to do tournaments there. Unfortunately, I have to make a decision. Do I crack open my boxes to be able to play, or do I just wait till reprints? So at this point, I'm going to have to wait till reprints come to be able to play, but I'll just continue to play online. I think that'd be really fun. Fun. I think it's really fun to do, and maybe I can get some guys in the Discord to play every now and then. Your LGS canceled 2 straight organized play events. I wonder why. Is that because they didn't? There wasn't enough people playing, like able to play. Did they not have enough cards? What's going on with that? If you know. Need more power cards to build decks. Yeah, and that's the thing, bro. There's just not a lot out there. There's really truly not. Um, there's a lot out there, but you're paying. The cool thing about that Power World TCG online is it will have a breakdown of how much to recreate that deck it'll cost you. A lot of these decks, man, they're like $200 for decks, and that's for like basic cards, for a basic deck build, for at least competitive, right? And then if you wanted to play with like Yormatide Ignis, the SSP, that's another, that's like what is that, $400 for that? So it's just, yeah, unfortunately, not nobody, very few people cared about Power World until Power World came out, and then I do think, they saw how the boxes were and they got excited for it, and then of course speculation, botting, reselling, all that took the market as well. Fans of Pokemon equals degenerates. I don't know about that, man. There's a lot of more degenerate things you can do when it comes to things besides Pokemon. So it just depends. Don't let it ruin your life. Don't go into debt, which a lot of people have done, unfortunately. Power World died a few days ago. No, bro. Trust me. It's doing just fine, at least on the internet space, which is apparently different than the real world. So take that however you want to. For your 4 booster boxes of Power World, yeah, I know they're selling for 160, so that's what, 150 a piece? Yeah. So that's dang near market right there. Did you sell out of your Power World too, Whack? Pokemon died after Black and White. No, Still Lambo. Pokemon's doing just fine. Actually help with my deck. Okay, cool. So you're building a deck? Acquaintances, yes, thank you. I know I'm behind. Let me catch up. You got sticky fingers. We'll stop jerking off so much. If Power World died a few days ago with those same standards, Pokemon died, decomposed, and was cremated 2 months ago. It's all good. Pokemon is dead. Ascended is the last great set. Nah, no. Honestly, I'm more excited for the 30th anniversary than Ascended Heroes for me personally. Like cards inside that set. I'm yeah, I'm very much looking forward to the 30th anniversary. Whether it's going to be really hard to get or not, it's just going to depend. I think it's going to be hard to get at first, but shortly after, I think it's not going to be that difficult. But we'll see, right? Mega Celebrations is the next set up. Um, I heard that 7.5 was the next specialty set, and that was Diamond and Pearl. No, you get hooked up. Okay, yeah, bro. I was about to say if he doesn't hook you up, like you've been dropping some serious dough, Ray. Me, you need to let me know. You need to let me know what you do for a job. Likely, especially said. We'll see. I think Chaos. Yep, I agree, 100%. I love Chaos Rising. I love Chaos Rising. I've got a booster box coming in Monday and 2 ETBs. I'm gonna keep adding Chaos Rising. There's Destined Rivals that's going on with it. Destined Rivals is a very interesting spot right now, with kind of people are getting their Destined Rivals reprints, but they're charging 400 for them still. I think that we're going to go below $400 for Destined Rivals, but unfortunately, like I just want to be able to secure a box. Um, Again, I'm kind of keeping like a ceiling on how much I want to pay for the box personally, but yeah, I can't get down with the 400. I think we're going to go lower than 400. So money's tight ish. There's a lot of things coming out. Phantasmal Flames. We're hearing about that. Black Ball, White Flare, Destined Rivals, Journey Together, Mega Evolutions base. People are getting Blooming Waters to their LGSs, Ascended Heroes ETBs. There's so much coming out right now. So really, unless you just put it all on credit cards or you're very financially well, there's no way for you to be able to get all of it at one point in time. Um, I agree. Shirts off the back goes both ways. I find even though I provide someone value, the other person complaining about not getting supported rarely provides value back. The other person complaining about not getting supported rarely provides value back. Sure, whatever. Gold Mega Greninja is going to be priceless at some point, right? At some point, people will appreciate those cards for what they are. But my LGS got it before pre-order and charging 160. Scummy scalpers. Yeah, a lot of LGSs are doing it. Distro apparently there's issues with distro supposedly as well. Um, we're just we're unfortunately we're in a greedy time, and a lot of people are wanting to make as much money as they possibly can. Fight was ass. It looked like, but I wasn't really paying a bunch of attention. But Hollow Love event, Hollow Live event. Oh, okay, got you. So it got canceled because there was something else going on. Gary messed up Islam's face pretty good. I guess I didn't. I'll have to watch like previews or something or highlights. Open a damn Power World booster box, man. Come on. I'm going to at some point, bro. I'm going to, but I'm not built like you, man. I'm just not. You work a lot for your money, and and I do as well. And I just I don't know. I mean, who knows? I might at some point. I might just go full degenerate mode and just rip open all 6 boxes, and then they freaking never do it. And I look back in 20 years, and I'm like, damn, that was $20,000 or something like that. Who knows? But power to the moon, absolutely. You got to invest in his future, dog. Rip a box on stream, pull the Chillette. If you don't open a box, Power World, I'll punch a turkey. Hey, man, don't be doing nothing bad to turkeys. What did they do to you? No, that's another thing. It's funny, all the couple people that don't like me, they hate on turkeys. My wife said that if you hate a turkey, you're a dick. Rip it for a chance of a TSB, and then sign up at your LGS for the tourneys. Well, so apparently with the decks though, you have to buy 2 decks of the same deck to be able to make a deck, if that makes sense, is what I've heard. I don't know if that's true or not, but I do want to play the game. I really do. Like as far as actually play the game, hold the cards. I know that I'm not going to like the cracked ice. I guess Brew, are you a fan of the cracked ice? I can't stand it. I know a lot of people don't like the cracked ice. I guess you've seen a shit ton of it. So how do you feel about the cracked ice? I hope they get rid of it. Get your participation pack. How about you send me a partition pack? Participation pack. Send me one of yours. Which Gillette? The OSR? The OSRs, I mean, it's $60. I'm being super certain with what I'm going to be buying. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Good to see you, buddy. TSP. Yeah, dude, that card's so good. I want that card. I want that Alpha Drain Aqua. I also want the Grisbolt, which the Grisbolt is holding fairly strong. Um Lily Strategy, SP. I want that card. The Lylene, the Lylene SSP. That is I think that's the best SSP. I know that people like the Chillette, but I personally like that one. The Lylene a lot better. There's yeah, it's crazy that people hate on the artwork. Set two is going to be fire. I am opening up set two. I've already decided. I don't care if it says first edition reprint or first edition print, and they fuck up like on the actual logo. So not even here, like where it says Powell Word. I don't care if like down here or like up here it says Powell instead of Powell World. It says Powell Word. I've only got 3 boxes right now. I got them for 40 bucks, 47 shipped. I am going to at least be opening up one, maybe 2 of those boxes for sure. If there is no difference as far as like a first edition print or anything like that, I'm going to open all 3 of them. So the first set, probably not until we get reprints. Second set with whatever legends they put into it, I'm opening up. We'll do an opening for that. It is October 30th. So right before Delta Rain and right before the UPCs come out. We will be doing an opening on the channel. I'll probably just do it during a live because I don't care to make a video out of it. Bro's got the gold Cativa in there. Yeah, it's Sativa. I was like, what's that? Nah, yeah, imagine there's like a God pack in there. You open up 6 decks, bro. That's insane. How long have you been pre-ordering this? You only need 2 of each deck if you want a good close to meta deck. You can easily play with opening one. People just want double. Oh, okay, got you. Okay. You probably opened 70 to be honest. It's a hollow rare. Who cares? I mean, I get that, but at the same time, it seems like the cracked ice is more readily available or a lower rarity than your like what I call cold foil. So I just like I feel like either cut back on that. I don't know how they do it. I'm just not a huge fan of that. And there's just so many of them that you get. So I pre-ordered a case of set two. I want the deck boxes with the promos. Yeah, that was another thing. Korean guy, he goes crazy for all this stuff, and the sleeves and the pack or whatever it is, volume one. I didn't know that it had potential to come with a special SPs or was it SPs or SSPs? I think it was SPs, but Anywho, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on with Power World. I'll be honest, I'm a little too broke ski to be able to afford a case because I don't put anything on credit or on like an afterpay or anything like that. Um, so I just, yeah, honestly, I waited to even pre-order the second set until the first set came out, and then as soon as the first set came out, I literally got 3 boxes because that's what I could afford that day, and I was gonna buy some more, and they sold out that day. So 3 ain't shit, just open and have fun. I am. Yep, I'm gonna open up 3 or probably honestly, I'll probably open up all 3 of them, but yeah, Mimic Brew Vins, not gonna hold you to it, but if you ever post them online or something, please drop by and let me know. Yeah, I don't know if Brew has, I don't know if Mimic Brew, if he has an eBay. I don't think he does. I think he's mostly vending, but, I'm sure he's got a ton of bulk when it comes to it. So if I don't know, how many cases did you open of Pal World? I wanna pick up Pal World singles for my decks. Decks are expensive right now. You bought 2 mounted machine guns, SRs? You talking about with the land balls? Or the 3 land balls? What is the SP? I don't understand. I don't understand why that card's $100 card. It's so I don't know. For me, I think it's goofy, but I could definitely see people liking that card for sure. Yeah, that is true. That is true, Korean 99-cent card, you still gotta pay $5 for it. I had pre-ordered a case back in late June, and they canceled and refunded my money once the misprint news came out. Who did you order it from, Vegan? What's up, LeChonk? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, because I ordered from Flipside, I ordered from Game Nerds, and I ordered from Gamers Guild Arizona, I think, and they all came. I didn't have any issues. Um, we'll wait and see. I ordered my I ordered my set 3 from I think it was Game Nerds. So we'll wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, I didn't. Oh, eBay store? Yeah, yeah. No. Yeah, you can't trust eBay. They're all bastards. Not all. A lot of them are bastards. You open up 9 boxes and 70 trial decks, then bought singles to finish all 3 master sets. All you're missing is the 5 most expensive SSRs from the main set. Okay, gotcha. Don't ever order from Gamers Guild ever again. What's wrong with Gamers Guild? What did they do? What's wrong with Gamers Guild? Who did you order from? Mimi Brew probably he probably knows the person. Oh, gamer. Oh, I know why. Because Brew lives in game or he lives in Arizona. Yeah, that's why. I know where I'm ordering from now on. I'm giving them all my money. That's cool though. That's cool. Can you actually go? I guess you can go in there. Yeah, that's funny. I didn't think about that. I forgot you live in Arizona. Um, Way back then, I linked you only those websites and not the other ones that were a couple of dollars cheaper. They're probably the ones canceling orders. Yeah, I like I said, I ordered from Flipside because I wanted to get a couple more boxes. I ordered one from I think one box from Gamers Guild, one from or two from Game Nerds, and then because Gamers Guild they were either raising up prices or were sold out, and then I wanted to get a couple more boxes, so then I ordered from Flipside and had no problems. Yep, vegan. I would recommend Game Nerds, Flipside, or Gamers Guild Arizona. The I haven't had any problems with them, so I'm there more than the employees. That's cool, bro. That's cool. So they probably can hook you up with a decent amount of stuff. All 70. Okay, so did you get a lot of boxes or were they mostly Like you got a bunch of trial decks, or do you just have? Because you said you opened up 9 boxes. I assume you probably got a case, at least a case. I would say you probably got more. So that means you didn't fully open up your case. You've still got 3 boxes left somewhere. Yeah, that Grisbolt's that's a great card though. I love the Grisbolt. Um, I'm surprised you didn't pull the Alpha Dran, but yeah. Is there anything that you guys want to take a look at? Whether it's Pokemon related, we can look at. Um, we kind of looked at a bunch of stuff yesterday, but I mean, I know that there's a lot of you guys that are not Pal World fans. So if you guys have anything, we can take a look at, Sword and Shield, or you can go watch Mimic Brew. I know that Mimic Brew did a video talking about the 30 hottest cards, and that it's all mid modern are the singles that are doing very well, and then like ultra modern is really not doing too well. So that would be my only suggestion to any of you guys. If you guys wanted to, probably look at, like Sword and Shield, since it hasn't moved. Eventually, it's going to absolutely explode. I guess we can look. We'll pop this up while I'm reading this. Yeah, Griswold's super nice. Yeah, I do like the Griswold. I was first in line that Thursday morning. They only sold 25 boxes, and I bought 5 and left 20 for the others in line, then rushed to another shop. That's crazy. Okay, so you didn't so did you pre-order any Pal World, or just nah? It's kind of weird that, because I'm sure they did thousands of boxes for pre-orders online, and then they only had 25 in store. That seems a little weird. If I had anybody, honestly, I'm not even curious about anything. It's all been answered right now. State of Pokemon is wait for the 30th, or for people to rob more trucks for new leaks. Dude, I don't think we're getting okay. So one thing is, apparently the yellow purple Mew that has been going around, that is not real. That is AI. We were talking about that yesterday. I don't know if you guys remember. I thought it really made a lot of sense. Besides Anon, which I know some people like Anon, some people don't like Anon. They think he's full of shit. They don't think he's full of shit. Feel however you want to feel. Um, I thought it made sense because of red, blue, green, and yellow were like the base games when Pokemon first came out. But apparently the yellow is AI generated, and they changed some of the coloring to make it that yellow and purple. So RGBs should literally be red, green, and blue. There should not be like a super secret yellow one, or anything like that. Let's see. 30th celebrations UPCs while I'm waiting for some answers. Okay, so yeah, they're still holding 500. I don't know why it shows it at 400. 404 for that. What are packs? Yeah, Danny Phantom said this. I didn't know this. People are paying 280 bucks for this, which is kind of stupid. And look at all these dum dums behind this. It's absolutely retarded. No, I bought everything in the first 72 hours. I was all I was a beast all weekend getting everything I could at MSRP. I opened way more than that too. I opened tons of loose packs too. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I mean, I guess you had fun with it then, right? Yes, you did, Korean. Yes, you did. You have an insane amount of boxes. I feel like I only have a couple. Yeah, you have a problem, bro. You have way more. You have a case and then like another case, right? While everyone's freaking out about Power, I was binge TD's chasing the 4 alt arts. Hey, but see, you haven't sold. Have you sold any of the alt arts or anything like that? Because I'm sure you probably pulled a couple duplicates. I know it's well, but I mean, I'm sure you got a couple alt arts at least from the decks. But as far as from the main set, roughly a SSP is one out of every case. I don't know what the SPs are though. So I mean, but then you have your binder, so I'm curious to see how that's doing, or what you did, if you made any money back on that. They are way harder to pull than I said in my video. The SP, the SSPs, are you talking about? Because I heard what I heard, because there's no actual like TCG player hasn't opened up a certain amount to be able to give us numbers. I heard that the SSPs were one in every single case. Oh, TSPs are harder than one per box. Um, I heard TSPs were one per case as well. So you're saying that's not true? And I might have, honestly, I might have fucked up on my wording. That's normally I just record, try to get it all through in one recording, and then edit, cut a couple things out if I need to. And I don't, like I said, if you should be doing, you should be one of the people. I understand why you don't because you have your Pokemon channel, but you should be one of those people making like the Power World market watches and stuff like that. Oh, you opened a ton of cases and only pulled three? Oh, okay. Dang. Well, unfortunately, or I guess we're only, I mean, you would know more, right? But we're limited to the information because not a lot has been opened. Pull rates for Power World decks. Okay, so there's community rates, which is pretty cool. It's a I would okay. It took 5 green purple cases to pull Astagon. That's insane. I got a couple guys, Koreans, one of them, Blood's another one. They opened up, I think it was one deck, and they pulled the Astagon. Okay. Well, here's this. I'm gonna put this in the live if you guys want to check it out. I didn't even know that this was a thing while I was looking. Apparently, this has community pull rates for anybody who's interested in Pal World. Um, like I said, I know there's not a lot, but SSPs, they're saying 1 in 51 packs, about 1 in 5 boxes. God Pack, about 1 in 31 boxes, which there's no even pull rates for that. SPs, about 1 in 3 boxes. So those are community rates, which is pretty cool. In case you didn't know about that. Let's see. Took me about 2 trial boxes. Yep. Like I said, Korean's one of them. It's not one per case, it's 1 or 2 per master case. Gotcha. Well, you live and you learn, right? I'm just trying to help people to be able to see kind of market wise what's going on. What did you pull the Manhattan? What did you pull though? The Astagon? The Astagon is it's going for about 275 to like, well, it's really been fluctuating. I saw some that were like 350. It looked like it was moving up a little bit. Yeah, that's crazy. The Astagon is your favorite. Yeah, mine is, it's hard. I think I would have to go personally with the Grisbolt, but the Alpha Dran is right behind it. Yep, Korean said open the Astagon in his first trial deck. Astagon. Yep, a lot of people like the Astagon. Like I said, Blood right here, where he said 1 or 2 master cases. Damn, he hit it. Yep, right there. Let me see if they have any deck information. Well, I guess you kind of, I guess you guys already said. Do they have? Okay. So here's another website. I'm gonna drop this for you guys as well. Again, use it with a grain of salt. I'm not, this is literally just what I'm finding off of like Google, but they do have pull rates. They're saying like 1 in 40 decks for the Astagon, 1 in 40 decks for Mossanda, and then also though, like they opened up red and blue trial decks. They've in 16 decks, they pulled 1 Grisbolt and 1 Alpha Dren. So it's not, Yeah, they're saying 1 in 14. I don't know. Go check it out if you guys are interested in it. The Lileen for you. The Lileen's not a TSP though, right? I don't think so. It's Elphadran, Mossanda, and then you have the Grisbolts, and you have um and then of course you have Ascon. Of course, they're not in that particular order, but yeah, the Lileen is a really good card as well. I like the like I said, Lily strategy. The SP is absolutely beautiful in my opinion. I've not seen it in person, but maybe Mimic Brew can speak on that. Um, the Axle, I'm surprised that people don't like the Axle. I thought the Axle was going to do a lot better, but like I'm not a huge fan of the Relaxosaurus. I've never played the game though, and the Relaxosaurus is actually doing pretty well. There are only 6 TSRs per box, so you're not only have to get a lucky Empoleasagon, but then you have to pull his alt art version. Okay, very interesting. I pulled 4 Alpha Dren Aqua TSRs, but never the TSP. Okay, let me look up these TSRs. What did you say, Alpha Dren? Yeah, I don't know a lot about these trial decks. Okay, so you're saying so these are the TSRs. And so this is okay, that's the given 1 per box foil you get. Okay. And then so this is like the top chase, and then well, not the top chase, but like the top that you can pull from a box, and then in order to get the alt art version, that's what you get when you get like the Alpha Drain Aqua or the Grisbolt or whatever. Makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I mean $40. Not too bad. There's a lot to learn when it comes to Power World. I saw DJ sold out of his. Even if you buy a trial deck at market, you're guaranteed your money back, maybe more if you sell the singles. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it depends. So I need to look up. Let me see the Grisbolt. So you're at least guaranteed 1 TSR per box, though, right? Okay, yeah. There's the Astagon. So yeah, I mean, I think it just depends, Korean. To be honest with you, because here's the Grisbolt. That's from the United Kingdom. You've got one from the United States for 20. That's on the 10th. Most recent was $23 with delivery. Then you got $34. And then it looks like best offer accepted. So sub 20. So it really just depends is what it looks like. You're not guaranteed because deck boxes, I think they're like $50 a pop. The TSP version or alt arts is of the 4, 2 per box, which is obviously much harder. Okay, gotcha. Griswold Alpha Dren is red, blue. Mossanda Astagon is green, purple. Yeah. So for me, if I was to get any of them, I would want the red, blue instead of the um, green, purple because I don't. The Mossanda I could care less about. Astagon, it's like third for me. They're $1 each at the lowest. Okay. Yeah, man. I don't know. Yeah. I guess well, and I heard something too. I don't know how true it is, but are they not going to reprint deck boxes? Is it because that's what somebody told me is that they said they're going to reprint booster boxes, but not deck boxes on IG. I can't. I've got Instagram, but I can't do it. I can't. There's so much toxic shit that goes on. Everybody's jerking each other off. I'm sure it's a beautiful card though. I've seen it on eBay. I mean, you were like $5, $10, so I decided might as well just get more trial decks. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I know one of our guys, he copped a couple of the bundles. That's all I'll say. So he did very well. It's so funny because people didn't care about Power World, and then they get a couple. They get like one box, and then next thing you know, they get like 5, 10 boxes. I'd trade for Demi Trial Decks TSB. Yeah, Chew. He wants the Astagon. He's willing to trade. I don't know. He may be willing to trade Power World, but I know he's willing to trade Pokemon. So the only problem, Chew, is I don't think that Mimic Brew. Um, I don't think he's got any extras, and he's like a master setter, which if anybody knows that. Deck boxes might not have the first edition stamp on the back. On the reprint, the packs and the decks box also has reprint of Pal World gold to silver foiling for TSPs might occur. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. There's too much going on. You got two of the Re-Bunnies, the Rye Bunnies, whatever they're called. Yeah, dude, I had people message or leave comments on the video, and they're like, I sold mine for 300 Canadian and like 275. It's so stupid, but people are paying for that stupid Re-Bunny, Rye Bunny error card. I don't even know how to find it on eBay. Yeah. That one didn't sell. Nobody cared about this. This one, I don't even think it'll show you. These are completed. So August 6th was 300 with $5, 300 with $5, 300. August 15th, here's one for 105, 165, 175. So I mean, still, man, I don't know. Are these so is this from the trial deck? Your Pokemart showed up today. It's actually not a scam. Just waiting on the t-shirt now. Yes. I have seen that. Let me look up Pokemoot because now, like I said yesterday, it shows up on my Facebook all the time. And okay, so it's only $57. I thought you said it was like $100 or something crazy like that. We might have to do an opening of this. I might have to buy this and then do an opening on a live. Oh my gosh, there's shirts too. All right, hold on. There's shirts. I think I have to get the Swamper one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get this. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna have to do we're gonna we're gonna have to do I'm gonna have to order this here in a couple of weeks and a shirt. These shirts are awesome. I'm gonna have to order a couple of these shirts. I like the Latios Latios one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to order a couple of these. Okay. Cool deal. Yeah, drunk. Remind me. I'll probably forget here in a couple of weeks, but I definitely will order a box and order a shirt and we'll do an opening. I'm excited. Who picked up bundles, right? Oh, no. Did you pick up a couple of them, Korean? It's a cool air. Yeah, it's cool, but I mean the card's probably what, like a $5 card, maybe because of the foiling, and like I think that's pure speculation on that aspect. Dun, 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 dun. That's what you're selling some for, and people are gonna buy it. Oh, the Rib Bunny is a TSR and playable. Okay, well, in any of the decks that I've played, which I've only played purple and blue, like all the night decks, and then there's a new deck, which is yeah, that's a purple and blue as well. Purple and blue dragon deck. That one's fun, but it doesn't have the rib bunny on it. Open some damn Pow World. All right. Well, Dan, send me $60. I don't know. We'll open some Pow World here in a while. Also, I don't have a setup to do it because I assume you're not talking about me just opening it up by myself. Talking about doing it on a live. Open one pack of stream. I feel peer pressured. It's not about the. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is about the money. To be honest with you, I don't know though, Dan. We went through some bad times together. I think you're the only one demanding it from me. So I think we're gonna have to see how long this goes before I let you peer pressure me again. Hey, bro, I'm gonna open it. I don't care. I'm gonna open it for the memes as well. If people are willing to pay for it, screw it, right? Honestly, pick up these shirts and see if you can sell them for $30. Drunk. That's what I'm saying, man. But we may not get air. We may not get another reprint for like a year. So I don't know. It's hard. Got a case of trial decks on the way, and 5 decks apparently reserved for me in store. Dude, Korean, how are you going to be able to afford all this, man? You got freaking how many boxes did you get from GameStop of ETBs? Like, I think what was it, at least 10, right? I appreciate you, drug, for sure. We will open up some. It's just I don't know, man. Like I want to live my life, but at the end of the day, like I'm not gonna get any more of these probably. How about this? If they go back to $100 for the air boxes, because no one cares, I will buy one for $100 and I will open up the box on stream. But as of right now, I'm gonna keep my measly 6 boxes sealed. Yeah, Korea, you got 18 ETBs sitting at GameStop that will be due in a month, and then all the all the other stuff that you're buying with Power World and everything. You've gone insane. 6 boxes and 0 cards is what I own. Abso-freaking-lutely. You're right. That is what I own currently, and I have been advised by everybody besides you to keep my 6 measly boxes kept sealed. It's Bushy Road. They'll make more. I'm not. No, I know they will. I know they will. But now everybody's talking about, oh, they're not going to reprint for a year because they can't. They have other obligations. Um, I've had people that told me they were going to be super offended. Um, you say rip? Oh, you guys are terrible. You didn't miss the pitch black opening yesterday. I was gonna open it, and then Ninja Drunk said to do it with my daughter, and so I did with my daughter. The former makes you a grifter. Dan, where do you think you can come in and say these things to me? I mean, you only been around for like a week, and before then, things did not go too well. Smile at his boxes of Power. I want a wife who smiles at me like broke, smiles at his boxes of Power. They do make me quite happy. We did LeChonk. We pulled um let me pull it back up. No SIRs, no Misty, but we did pull the Whale Lord. We pulled the Whale Lord full art, so that was really fun. Where y'all are coming out of the woodworks today. I thought we were dropping down and now people are showing back up. We pulled the Bastodon illustration rare, the Demise illustration rare, which I was happy with that. That was one of my chase illustration rares. We didn't pull the Slowbro. We didn't pull the Goldine, so that's disappointing. I'll pick that up though in Japanese. We pulled the Primarina, which is a good looking card compared to the pictures. Still not a huge fan of it, but pulled it and it's cool. Silvally, we pulled that. Morpeko EX, Whale Lord EX, Rampardos EX, Mega Chandelure EX, Mega Chandelure Full Art, Gladian's Final Battle, and then Flamantis, Megazora EX, Darkrai EX, and Excadrill EX. So, yeah, saw the Whale Lord, got the Whale Lord. Whale Lord is beautiful. Very happy with the Whale Lord. Demise is actually a pretty cool card as well. Okay, fine. Wears a Pookie shirt in one of his videos. I'm pretty sure Dan's done more embarrassing stuff than that before. I don't know if I can stop at one pack though. Anyways, pick a number 1 through 6. Quickly. One box, bro. Well, Brew is saying to don't fucking do it. That's my problem. What's my problem? You got to get the feeling. 4. All right, fuck it. Dude, I've never built a deck before. I will never build a deck. That's that. I can't say never. I might at some point, but honestly, I just like playing the online. Okay. How do I want to do this? I guess okay. This will be 4. Yeah, Thomas. How about you rip a Destined Rivals booster box for me and send me your hits? How about we do that if life's too short? you want you want to say that to me? Let me see. Do I have anything I can cut this with? All right, this is the 4th box. We'll are we ripping the whole box or are we ripping the whole box or are we doing one pack? What are we doing? What are we doing here? Let me find something to cut this with. Do I have anything to cut it with though? I guess I'll rip it. SSP, imagine. No. I am excited for an OSR though, just a couple. Well, there's only 12. So what are we doing? Like 3 packs? You can always cut this out and upload it as a separate short. At least it will be. No, I'm not worried about it. It's not about the content. Like I said, we're gonna do when 30th anniversary comes out. We're gonna open up a booster bundle, and we're gonna at least do a booster bundle. It depends on how many I get, and then an ETB if I can get ETBs because I don't care about them. Normal ETBs, then we'll open one up on the live just to do it. All right. So how many are we doing? We doing all of it? Maybe keep one loose pack to grade. No, I'm okay. Edge the joints, you fuckers. No, I can't. Could you imagine? All right, guys, here's the box. It's open. See, it's open. All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace out. You imagine? That'd be funny. All of it? What are we doing? I'm not opening up anymore. So make your all's decision. We're gonna open up one box, whether it's all tonight or we do 3 packs and we milk it for the next couple streams. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Imagine I pull the fucking Fillet SSP. Once you pop, you can't stop. That's true. Once I pop, I cannot stop. No, you're good, Korean guy. I wanted to open up one anyway, so Only 4 for the fourth box. 3 packs. Box completely worthless now. Open half and the other half another stream. Box 4 in totality. Milk it. Just open the entire thing at this point. Sell the hits and buy more. Make Chad donate 20 per pack to Rip. All right, seriously, what are we doing? How many packs? The whole box? Or are we doing like 4 packs, half the box? What are we doing? Cativa's in there? I hope not. If I get that Cativa, it's gone. You should have said Team Rocket Joey sucks. No comment. 30 a pack? No, we ain't doing a 30 pack. You kidding me? It ain't that big of a deal. All right. I need a number, guys. Half a box, full box. What are we doing? KK, have fun, boys. I'm gonna back to the party. Enjoy your packs. I appreciate you, drunk. Have a good night, buddy. You tip 5 for the whole box. You can get out of here with that. You got tip more than that. Rip and don't ship by donations only. You got a few packs per stream. Make it half a box, whole box, fully. Is that what we're doing? Okay. Now be disappointed because you guys did this last second. So you guys are saying full box? We're doing the full box? It does look cool though. I like the little Power World. No, don't tip. Don't tip. I don't care that much. All right, here goes the first pack. How do you? They're not that bad open. People were bitching about about opening up these, saying they were terrible. Good luck. Okay. Here, can y'all see these? Okay. The lighting's not the greatest. Black Marketer. I do like that in playing. That's fun. What is this? Sphere Workbench. Assign 1 pal, draw 2 cards, choose 1 card from your hand and discard it. Yankee, whatever. There we go. There's the Aerodactyl remake. Pal Sphere. I do like the Pal Sphere. That's another good card. What is this? Hot Spring. Okay. And then we got Lylene Noct. And I will say, I'm still not a huge fan of the cracked ice. What is it? Is it it's just a rare? Okay. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's not nearly as bad. It's not nearly as bad as it appears like this. So trust me, like in person, it actually looks better than what I thought. So W's for that. I'll take that. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Mimic Brew, for the $5 or whatever. Yeah, pity tips, no joke. Let's see what we got. Blessing of the Flower Spirit, absolutely beautiful. I do like that card. Sorry about the lighting. I know it sucks. I'm not a rip and shipper. Pyron, Cindersteed, Makeshift handgun, absolutely awesome. Love that one. What is this? Shooty's bed. Was it Shooty bed? Whatever, don't matter. Grappling gun. Let's go with the grappling gun. And then Yormantide Ignis. This is not the OSR. Thank God. I do not like the OSR. Oh, and then there's also this one as well. The Bee Queen. But yeah, no. I mean, if you don't look at it in the light, the cards look good as far as the cracked ice. Cracked ice is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Single rare packs are dud packs. Better. Post rip clarity going to hurt on this one. No, it's okay. It's okay. I got good deals on all of them. I did. I didn't pay anything close to what they're going for. Here we go. Third pack. We got 6 more left after this. No, not 6 more, 9 more. B grade, another B Queen. I've not seen this one. Dire Howl. What does he do? Nothing. He's just literally attack. He's gray. Can you use him in any deck? Is that how that works? Yeah. So Lechonk, they're guaranteed an OSR or better per box, and like you can get an OSR, also get like an SSP, SP. So yeah, there is at least an OSR. Aura's Guide. Is it Guide? Yeah, the card's cool. I do like that card as well. We have Ranch. Assign a pal, get either 3 wood or 3 berries, and draw a card. I'll be honest, I have no idea how the berries or the wood work very well. We got Antique Dresser. Antique Dresser. Cool, I guess. Ooh, okay. We got Pin King with the nice. I'm gonna call this a cold foil. Honestly, that's what I'm gonna call it. I like it. I'm trying to see. So it actually does have texturing on the picture foiling. So like right up here with your Pin King. I do like that. What's his attack? All of your main name pinglets pals get plus 700. That is very cool. What is this one? A super rare. And then our rare is Noibat, Noivern, Tombat. I do like the super rares. The super rare cold foils are very nice with the extra texturing. I do like that. That's what we need more of, in my opinion. All right, here we go. I think this is like number 4. Found an egg. Antique mirror. What is this? Who's this? Ruby, Brave Sparks. We need an SP or an OSR or an SSP of that card. I do like that one. Dig Toys. I like my boy Dig Toys. He's very cool. I do not want his OSR though. Feedbox. What is this? What do they call him? Ministing. I do like Ministing a lot. Into a mounted machine gun. Consume 1, assign 1 pal, perform, and then choose 1 pal and deal 500 damage for mounted machine gun. Do not care anything for that as well, but it is okay with me. Let's see. We'll go a little bit quicker. What did you say? Ranch, B grade, Shooty Bed, Pin King. All these playable cards are like $2-3 each. In case you're wondering, I'm not. I'm just going to keep them all. Here, should I make my lighting a little bit dimmer, maybe? Will that help you guys see it? I don't know. Lith Monk. We have Dead Dreams Necklace. That's good with your purple decks. Flambili, Scorching Tears. The Adventure Begins. What does the Adventure Begins do? Because I've played this before. If you have not played any other cards during this game, draw 2 cards. If you have 3 or more pals with my first in their different card names, choose all your pals and they get plus 1,000 attack, plus 5 until end of turn. What is this? What is my first? Where would you see my first in it? Then we have a normal peaking. I assume this is like a uncommon. A Depresso. I do like the Depresso a lot. And then we have Yormantide, Surging Sea Serpent. Very cool. Yeah, this cracked ice, if you don't look at it from like the angles, if you just kind of look straight forward, it looks like a nice foil. Adventure Begins SRs. Oh, interesting. Oh, Gooner card right here. Lavender, number 69, pal. Whatever she is. What is she? What is she called again? Begard? Begard? Tafont. I do like Tafont. That will get sleeved. We got my boy Marith. Another Dig Toys. We have, I'm gonna call him Fuck. We have Fuck up in the building. I love Fuck. That will get sleeved as well. And then we have this bushy bastard, which this one's a real pain in the butt, but I do like that as well. Yeah, dude. Man, shout out to Pack Hype. I love you, Pack Hype, George. Seeing these cards in person, this cracked ice, it's not nearly as bad as what I thought it was going to be. That's some over exaggeration right there. Found an egg. We have Nox. I do like Nox as well. Very nice. Ooh, Surfant. That's the fish. Okay, that's not the one I was thinking about. That is. We have Shooty Bed. What the hell is this? Ranch. Don't care anything about Ranch. Dig Toys headband for my Dig Toys. And then we have Antique Curtain. I'm not a huge fan of the antiques and stuff like that, but I'm more of a PAL person myself, more Pokemon person, not so much like. But I get you got to have those to play the game, right? You got to have like Dig Toys headband to be able to play the card game. Loopman. You get Loopman. Like that guy. What is this? No pals beyond sign. Sign one pal. The pal assigned to this card gets a skill until the end of the opponent's next turn. Continue taunt. Your opponent cannot attack other targets if a card with taunt can be targeted for an attack. Interesting. Okay, so it kind of makes them have to go for specific cards. This box has been ass. Hey, I'm enjoying it. Why you always got to shit on my parade, brew? Damn, bro. Stone pickaxe. We got a little Ditto boy right there. I do like this. Pyron Knocked Steed of Azure Flames. That is cool. And then we got the Suzuka Hellfire Wings. And then we got did we get a 3-hitter? What is this one called? Azorb? Azarobe? This is the one that is like Dragonair mixed with Suicune. I do like that one a lot. So that's cool. We got a 3 little banger. Right after Mimgrew said it was ass. Is this going to be a God Pack box? Could you imagine we pull a God Pack in front of Brew after he said that this was ass? The fumes that's going to be coming off this man's bald, shiny head would be insane. Wooden wall. What is that? My Christ? I don't know. Whatever. Treasure chest found. Grapple gun. Antique dresser. Victor's strategy. I know people like that. And then we have a War Sect. Iron Fortress. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I do like that Pyran Noct. Looks very, very good. I do like that card. That is probably the best card so far that I've pulled. Dark Cannon. We have Blaze Howl. Cannot wait for that to get like an OSR SSP. That's gonna look awesome. What is this? Medieval Medicine Workbench. Choose one cost X or less pal from your graveyard and deploy it in the rest of the state. X is equal to the cost of the assigned pal plus 2. Pretty cool. Ooh, Yormantide. This is one of the ones that. Oh! Bang! With a shotgun. Let's go. Sweet. I am not a fan of the Yormantide Ignis one, but I cannot complain about getting a double banger. Yormantide. Let's go. Eat shit, brew. Eat a dick. Thanks for having me open up the box, guys. 4. Number 4. Is that even possible? I mean, I guess it's possible, but I don't think that's supposed to happen, right? Dark Cannon. Stone Pickaxe. Ooh, Caloray. I do like Caloray. Caloray. Very nice. Kitsune. I like Kitsune as well. Flame Cauldron. Elphadran. Yes, sir. Meat Cleaver. And that's the last one. And we have one more pack. Who wants this one pack for $30? $30, $30. Look up those prices. Hot Hands McGee over there. I'm going to. The Yormantide looks really good. I do like the Yormantide a lot. Ignis. I'm going to open it. It was a joke. It's a joke. I'm not charging anybody anything. All right. No Pals Beyond. Again. Loopman. Cryolinks. I do like Cryolinks as well. He's really annoying for blocking. Ragnahawk. What is this guy called? Doomud. Stupid little Doomud. Dig Toys. And what is that? Rush Hour? Whatever. Sweet. Pretty cool. I like it. I like it. You know what? All the people that want to talk shit about Power World, I fucking like it. I do. And I'm not coping. So thank you. Thank you, Brew and vegan and all you guys for recommending opening up the box. And then all you guys for choosing number 4 because look at those cards. They do look good side by side. I will say that. They do look very good side by side for sure. Cannot complain about that. Nice little single pack double hitter. Yeah, man. The texturing's good as well. I like it. Okay, so here's my question. Okay, so I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see. No, because my camera's ass. Okay. So, anyways, I'll show. So, right up here, it says PAL, and the PAL right there is shiny. And then on this PAL, though, it's not shiny. It's just white. Why is that the case? Oh, I pulled an SP. I didn't even realize that. I'm a fucking idiot. Holy shit. I'm so fucking stupid. I didn't even know that I just pulled an SP. I thought those were both OSRs. Okay. I'm a fucking idiot. Excuse that question. Sorry. I am dumber than a box of rocks, though. Clip that, LeChonk. Clip that where I don't even know what I fucking pulled. That is cool. I enjoyed that. Now I want to rip open the rest of my boxes, but I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I must not do that. The next will be silver. I heard. Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. That's what. Well, not what I've heard. I mean, anything can happen, but that's what everybody's speculating. Sweet. So what? I am. I'm sleeving them right now. Thomas, don't you dare laugh at me. Don't you dare laugh at me, sir. We're supposed to be friends. It's not how you treat your friends. Where's all my sleeves and stuff? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm happy with it. Yormantide SP is 125. Okay, cool. And then I guess the Yormantide Ignis is probably 30, 40 bucks. Something around there, right? I mean, of course, they're going to go down in price over time. Let me see. Yormantide Ignis OSR. Yormantide OSR. 28. Yeah, it's about like a $30 card, somewhere around there. Not too shabby. Bro, I wasn't planning on opening up a box. You guys pressured me, okay? And I used a shit ton of sleeves with my daughter. So, still cool. Appreciate you guys. I guess peer pressuring does work from time to time. Again, 2 best hits of the box. Cannot complain about the Yormantide SP and the OSR. That's pretty cool. I assume that's not like a common thing though, right? I mean, I know it's not very common because the SPs are not guaranteed. Um, but for them to be like back to back, now smoke a cigarette, no sir. I almost did a cigar stream tonight, but then I was like, nah, nobody cares. I was told that it's embarrassing for a 30-year-old man. I'm not actually, what am I, 30, 31? For a 31-year-old man to be outside smoking cigar, talking shit about people. And now look, we wouldn't have even opened up this box. So kudos to you guys. You never pulled it? You never pulled what? Oh, the one you talking about you had to buy it? Yeah, dude. The one thing too, I'm just gonna be super nitpicky, and Bruce probably gonna shit on me for this as well. The back of the cards are fine. Um, I wish there was a little bit more to it. I don't know what more I would want for it, to be honest with you. But or like I said, I'm just being nitpicky. But as far as quality of the card, let me see. I got a Pokemon card. I don't know. I mean, they look about damn near the same. Let me do here, let's do this because I know some of you guys aren't even interested in Power World whatsoever, but you probably it's hard to see with openings, right? OG gang rise up. We deserve SPs, baby. Yes, sir. You think the perfect that's not that was just a random card. I'll show you the back of the cards. The other two, I've already got them sleeved and in top loader. Um, let's see. What can I use? I guess let's do a Victor's. No, I guess we'll use this as a comparison. Okay. So here we go. And again, it's just so hard with that cracked ice. The cracked ice really like Pokemon does it way, way better. Um, like with these little stars that you guys can see throughout the foiling. I think they do a way better job with that than with this as far as the cracked ice goes insane, but it's really not that bad in person. Um, but as far as card feel, honestly, I think the Power Worlds feel a little bit stiffer, but they're about honest. I don't even know if you guys are gonna be able to see this. They're about this. Power Worlds it looks like a little bit thicker, but of course it's gonna be really hard for you guys to tell. So honestly, it's about the same. It really truly is. And then we'll do a cold like one of the cold foils. Do Power World cold foils. So here's your cold foil right here. Here's their cold foil for Power World. It's got some texturing in it, and then let me grab that penguin because I think that penguin's probably a little bit more of a better representation. So yeah, pretty much the same. This has more of a rainbow though, which I'm more of a fan of. Yep. Thanks, Thomas. Thanks for coming by, buddy. Thanks for the donation. Appreciate you pressuring me. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Maybe get some Power World at your local LGS. Yeah, I think the Power World feels thicker. So people saying they're flimsy, I don't know, bro. I call cap. Um, let's see. We got Bang Bang. Look at the texture on it. Yep, texture's crazy. I do like texture a lot. Money, AO, GG's, bro. Thanks, job. Appreciate you. Titus B. Heck yeah, hell yeah. Damn, take a moment, enjoy the cards, look up those prices. Definitely got to clip it. Short it, nah. Mm, that's the one card. That's the one card valuable. Ending up being a damn good box. Okay. Hit bangers. Power to the moon. Sexy cards. They are good. They're good. I like them. I like them a lot. Next will be silver, the gold part. Sleeve those. Save them for next week. Tide SB. Laughing. Who opens a booster box with no sleeves around? No. It fits on Dragon Deck. That's very true. 30 years experience versus a month experience. I'll take it. Who makes Power World? Sorry, it is Bushy Road. Bushy Road makes it the same people that do like Weiss and Nikki and stuff like that. Thank you, Thomas. I'm sure you're already gone. And then thank you, Vegan Pop Tart. Thank you for the opening that up on the live and sharing that with us. Later, my guy. Catch you on the next one. Power World to the Moon. Absolutely appreciate you as well, my friend. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Yeah, that was super fun. That was super fun. If you guys have not opened up Power World, please, I'd recommend opening up Power World. At least one booster box. Like I said, the cracked ice is not as bad. I still wish that they would get rid of the cracked ice personally, as a personal preference, but it is not terrible. So the cracked ice is a rare. You can get the cracked ice in a rare, and then what is the RR is like a. I assume that's like better than a rare, but it still has the cracked ice. Rare, rare, rare. Dude, this was like a dragon deck the whole entire time. Because even like I forgot to, we got the Yormantide Ignis in the cracked ice, and then the super. So the super rares are what I personally like. I like super rares and higher. I'm not a huge fan of the rares and then the RRs, whatever the RRs are. Is that a regular rare? Power World indeed to the moon, baby. How'd you like the opening though, broke? You finally got some cards in your hand. I also had the same experience where I saw the cracked ice in person and it wasn't that bad. Yeah. So opening wise, I don't know. Are you like how many of the super rares are you? Or what is the pull rate? I don't know if Brew bounced. It seems like he might have bounced, but if he hasn't, I would like to know from his experience, like, are you promised 2 per box? Can you get 3? Can you get 4? Um, the cards feel good. I don't like I don't like the packs where you have to rip them from the side, like Japanese. I'm not a huge fan of that, but it's not as bad as what people were saying because these cards are, in my opinion, they are slightly thicker than your like normal Pokemon cards. I feel like if somebody's like, "Oh, it fucks up my cards." I don't really think it's gonna fuck up your cards that bad as long as you're not an idiot. But yeah, it wasn't that hard to open them. I wish that they would go to like like a English American version where like Yu-Gi-Oh and One Piece, Pokemon, just make it where you can rip them from the back, super easy. Um, but yeah, I mean the cracked ice, I could live with the cracked ice. I feel like mm, I feel like it's gonna throw some people off, to be honest with you. Um, it's will they get used to it? Yes, eventually they'll get used to it, but I feel like they should do something different than the cracked ice. I love the cold foils. Um, I think that it going around the border is super good. The texturing inside of the card also. So, I don't know if you've seen any of the super rares, but the extra texturing on the inside of the picture of the card looks really good. Um, yeah, let me take a look. Let me take a look at this SP real quick. Mm, let me see something. I think Dan fucking humped and dumped. He got his nut and then he busted. Um, Let me check out this Yormantide. I want to feel the texture real quick. I think that the texturing is good. However, it seems I wish that there was a little bit more like intricate details. It just kind of feels like they just threw texturing all over the place for these cards. Like just kind of like swirls and stuff like that. Even in the Yormantide Ignis, like the OSR, it does feel good though. I mean, it's a good texturing. Yeah, I mean, I think it's good. I don't see why people are crapping on it. So, I mean, I know why people are crapping on it, but yeah, that would be my only suggestion. Make the packs where they're not ripped from the like a Japanese style rip. Make a more traditional, like American opening. Wise, I love the cold foils. They're way better than Pokemon's cold foils because you get that texturing inside of the artwork. I think that's really really cool. I like how they feel a little bit thicker. There's no artist though. I wish that they would throw artist on just to kind of get rid of people saying that like these are AI generated, which I don't know. I mean, I spend a lot of time doing AI generated stuff and I don't really it doesn't really give off I think it's good. I like it. I'm excited for it. I'm gonna rip all 3 of my Legends Awaken boxes. I am. I don't care. So that's my feeling. Those packs are like that in Riftbound too. I always open packs like Pokemon though. Okay. Yeah, I guess I went through mine a little too quick. I didn't even try to open them like Pokemon. I just kind of went with, with the slit, but it's not that massive of a deal like people are trying to make it out to be. That would just be my only thing because I'm just used to that. You know what I'm saying? Pocket Pair with stocks in Bushy Road are the type of company to actually listen to people with their video game. Hopefully, I think they will. I really do. I don't think that they bought into to Bushy Road just to not have their voices heard on what they want with the TCG. So I think this is great. I really truly do. From opening wise, I think that there's a playability wise, fantastic. I I really enjoy it. I'm addicted to the game. The OSRs are cool. The SPs, the full art. I mean, you can't. I'm sorry, you can't tell me that that's not a beautiful card. Like no borders, completely borderless, going all the way out to the card. Like that's just awesome. Texturing's not like super crazy like we get with Pokemon, but I think that's only takes time. Artwork wise, we've seen what Bushiroad can do. Look at what they've done with Nikki and stuff like that. Yeah, dude, I think the TCG plays great. We just need to get more cards into people's hands and get some reprints going. And yeah, they feel good. Get rid of the cracked ice. Do something different. Um, Honestly, I would be okay if they got rid of the cracked ice and they did the cold, just like a rant, like just a plain cold foiling, kind of like this, but separate the make the rares and whatever the RRs are, make them where just the this is cold foiled, and then your super rares, keep it like this with the texturing inside of it. I think that they could do that. That's what I would prefer for them to do. But yeah, bro. Mm, Center, as far as it's going to be interesting seeing these graded because to me, like this card looks like off centered from left to right. It looks off centered. So quality control questionable. But I've seen way like when I was opening up my booster box with my daughter, 90% of the cards were right to left off centered. So can't really complain about that. Also, another thing that's really cool, if you look at the cold foiling, it actually looks like it's brushed. So if you look at the SR, it's super rare. It looks like it's got like a brush pattern to it on there. Or maybe that's just a bunch of fucking print lines. It could be a bunch of fucking print lines, honestly. I don't know. That'll be where you have to grade it, and you'll have to find out. We'll have to find a lot of stuff. But yeah, I like it. I like it. I love it. I want to open up some more of it. Have a great freaking time. Everyone who's hating on Power World, open up a box, open up some packs. If you don't, keep your mouth shut. That's what I say. I won't want them, but they're not terrible. Like I said, they're not near. It's not nearly as bad as it looks. Again, if you see this, you're not gonna like it, right? You're like, oh God, what is that? But that's it looks like that when you look straight at it. It looks like this, except for with the hollow foil. But if you go straight up, so I feel like from an opening experience, if they're gonna have people that open up these boxes, trying to get more people to enjoy the TCG, they need to get rid of it because that's going to turn people off to it. But you're right. They get rid of it, and the people are like, "Oh man, I got to have that. I miss the cracked dice." The SP is so sick. Hey, I guarantee you, at least one of your boxes has the SP. So it is cool. I'm happy with it. I'm trying to think of what other. I guess really, if I wanted my probably biggest hit SP wise would be the Lily's strategy, probably. But I do like the Ormatide, so I cannot complain about that. Solid texture on the Astagon. Yeah, yeah, Blood. I remember asking you about it, and you said that Pokemon's was better, so I really didn't know what to expect. Um, but I'll tell you what, dude. Like even like we need like the texturing on this is not crazy. I'm gonna sound like a fucking idiot, but we need more of that. Like, like, could you imagine if Pokemon gave us some cold foils like this cold foil right here, which they could do. If Bushy Road can do it, Pokemon can do it. And could you imagine if like this had texturing on it? You know, all improvements that Pokemon can do. So I'm all here for it. I like it. I love it. Now I'm gonna have to see if I can do anything with this deck. But yeah, put artist names on it so people can get credit, people can fall in love with artists. Um, yeah, no, not really any serious complaints. I think they've got huge potential for it, honestly. A lot of these pals can be super cool. Ragnarok could be really cool to do. Loopman could be really cool as well, like OSRs, SSPs. The one that looks like Rayquaza mixed with Drampa. You know, it's like legendary. That one would be really cool in like an SP, SSP, OSR. There's so much potential that they could do with this. I think this is fantastic. I really do. I'll say this, okay? I've opened up a little bit of Lorcana. I've never opened up a booster box. But from my limited experience opening up Lorcana, I think I enjoy this more than Lorcana. I'll say that. Yes, Control Alt Drew. I do have a Discord. Um, give me a second. So I took it off of my page because I didn't want like there's like a bunch of randos always trying to join in on the Discord. And so I did like shut it down where people can't just join, but I will put a link to the Discord for tonight if anybody would like to join. And then yeah, I'll do that. So give me just a second. I'm gonna paste that. Okay. So there is the link right here. How do I pin it? Sorry, give me a second. I don't know, Korean or no, Korean guy, you can't because, and I don't think Brandon's in here right now. Let's see. Add use mod. Let's see. Okay. Korean guy, I just made you a mod. If you can try to pin the link to the Discord for anybody who wants to join it for tonight. We're probably fixing to end this live. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Any other questions? Hopefully you guys enjoyed the live. Thank you to Mimic Brew. Thank you to Thomas for the $5. And then thank you for Drew for the $5 as well. You know, it should have hurt. It does hurt. Actually, it doesn't hurt, but still, you know, that was 160, maybe even potentially one day $1,000 rip, but it was very fun. So cannot complain about that whatsoever. Let me see. Solid texture on the Ascron. Yeah. Anyways, I think I got cut. You said, Blood, you said that you thought that Pokemon's texturing was better. So that's where I was like, oh man, they kind of dropped the ball on the texturing. I still do think that Pokemon, as far as for like their SIRs, are way better. But like it is cool as well because technically, you know, this would be considered an illustration rare and it has texturing on it. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on how you look at it. But yeah, I wish that they would have a little bit more solid texturing, like do a little bit crazier patterns or something for like SPs, SSPs. But you know, I heard the Cativa goes absolutely insane, so it's really hard to tell. I'm just glad we get to talk some Power World. Some of those other Pokemon vendors are missing. I'm just glad we get to talk about Power. Some of those only Pokemon vendors are missing it. Yeah, dude, for sure. And then they're crapping on it for no reason. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, I did not realize I didn't put 2 and 2 together, because I'm doing an opening, I'm trying to make it look as good as it can in 720 with my terrible lighting and camera. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together that, like, hey, I thought those were 2 OSRs, not SPs, so I appreciate that. I appreciate your all's, like, congratulations, which I've done the same thing with you guys, so it's nice that we can all support each other and stuff like that. That do sell 'em are the rudest, so I'm glad we got for sure, bro. Yeah, people are dicks. People are absolute dicks. Drew, I don't know if you saw that, but yeah, there is oh, only I have the power for it? Can I star it? Does starring doing it? Give me a second. Let me see if I can open this real quick and pin it for you guys. Bear with me just a second. Okay, pin message. Mm, add as mod. Can block words. Chat modes and live also capable of standard mods. I don't know if you'll be able to pin it. I'm gonna make you this one as a managing mod. I don't know if that will allow you to do it, but regardless, the link to the Discord's pinned if you want to join. There's Riftbound, all kinds of stuff. Um, that's why people are hyped for the sleeve and cards at Volume One. A lot of fan favorite pals getting their alt arts. Yeah, have I don't think we've seen any of the alt arts though, right? So that'll be really cool. Campaign comments on live streams for YouTube. Interesting. Good time. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys I appreciate you guys wanting to even see it because if you guys didn't even want to see it, then, like we wouldn't have done it. Okay. Well, maybe. Pokemon texturing was better back in XY era. The etching on full arts was deeper than today's modern. Yeah. So I mean, at least with the full arts, again, there is like that texturing for sure. Um, It just comes down to a personal preference situation. But like even like I was saying, you have these cold foils, right? For Pokemon. And then you have these, the Power World cold foils, but these have, this one has texturing on it. So like Pokemon could do texturing to it as well instead of doing it for full arts because I don't think honestly people care about the full arts very much. Um, So yeah, Power World. Hopefully, they keep continuing to do well and keep continuing to push it and not being complacent. And then we will continue. Who knows? Maybe in a year, 2 years, with like winds and waves. Probably not, but they're going to be like, "Hey, we threw some texturing into, your reverse hollows or hollows." The Pokemon mod for TCG Card Shop Sim is so much fun. If anybody is a big nerd as me, I recommend it. Yeah, I don't have time to do it unless it's, like, on phone, and even still, I don't have a lot of time for that, so I don't, but there are people that definitely they like to do the mods and stuff like that. There was somebody called Totally Awesome. They used to come by the lives, and they said that there's a new mod for Gen 1 and about to be Gen 2, that they've been really having a fun time with because they didn't like Power World, they thought it was just another, like, Arc Raider, whatever you wanna call it, so Imma really like it when Power World switches up art style for certain cards. Yeah, dude, like I said, hopefully they keep just adapting their art style, taking in, you know, crit what is it? Critiques, and just keep trying to do better and better and better. I think that they will. I think that they're gonna try to piss off Pokemon. I think they're already pissing off Pokemon, and as long as they continue to listen to their community, because I think regardless, a lot of us feel like Pokemon doesn't listen or that Pokemon doesn't care, and that's a company should always want to improve and listen to their community of people to try to give them something that they're happy with. Of course, you're never going to make everybody 100% happy, but it really truly seems like Pokemon is kind of not listening nearly as much as they used to. So with Pal World coming out, as long as they don't kill their own freaking TCG by taking a year to reprint booster boxes, then I think it's all competition is great, and this is the closest thing we'll probably ever get to a competition because, like I said, the gameplay is so fun, and Pokemon honestly laid out the groundwork. So, who actually, let's be honest, there'll be another freaking Pal World. There's already another Pal World. What is it called? Like a Nemo or something like that. Um, there'll be more to come, but at some point, just like how Fortnite was. Fortnite was really cool because back then it was kind of one of the early battle arena, battle royale shooters. Then so many of them kept coming out because they saw the success of Call of Duty and Fortnite, and then it just kind of killed the whole entire franchise. Now Pokemon's not going to get killed. Power World probably won't, but a lot of these other ones that come in at a later point in time, they're probably going to die because people are like, oh, it's just another PAL catcher, TCG, OCG. We've seen this 100 times. Who cares? It's just my opinion. LeChonk, if you're still in here, are you and Mrs. LeChonk going to try Power World, or is there anybody in here that has not tried Power World that is even slightly interested? I also know there's like people are interested in Magic and One Piece and Naruto and Riftbound. Like there's so many other things, but like I know LeChonk is seems like a very diehard Pokemon fan. I didn't know if they were even like how they feel about Power World. Like Roxy, I still love Roxy Boxy, but Roxy Boxy does not like Power World whatsoever. So, um, you know, which is fine. Is absolutely fine. But yeah, fun, fun, fun. I appreciate you guys. How Pokemon does like goofy art, realistic art, setting arts. I need an art where Cativa is building a house or something. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yep. Um they need to they need to push their backgrounds. That's another solid point. They need to push their backgrounds a little bit more. Um like I like the Yormintide, right? But they could have thrown like some waves behind it, instead of just blue. You still get that like effect. However, it would have been cool for them to have waves. Um, there is volcanoes, but it's really made by like the texturing. Um, so that would be my only thing. Like the Grisbolt, there's no background to the Grisbolt. Really, the SSPs are the only ones that have backgrounds to them for the most part. So they need to do some more backgrounds. Give us like the Alpha Dren, Aqua. Give us that with the cool backgrounds and keep doing stuff like that for sure. Um, I played a Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh mod for TCG Card Top Sim. Was definitely indeed fun. I'm thinking of getting into Power World. Might have getting into Power World. Might have. Korean guy, you already are in Power World. What are you talking about? I just opened a Gundam booster box for the first time. Really cool artworks, and you pulled a $700 Gunner SP. Congratulations, bro. That's awesome. Everybody, crack open a box. Everybody's winning tonight. We probably won't be grabbing any. Most info we've learned on it is from you and Mimic Bruce channel lately. Enjoying learning of it so far, though. Okay, no, completely. I figured that, but hey, just wait. They're gonna come out with some like machine gunning grenade launcher fat pig like LeChonk, and you're gonna and I'll buy it for you. I don't care what it is. You won't get into Power World, but I'll buy it for you. I'll buy it for you and then I'll send it to you. Even if the Yorktide card was like a beach setting and Yormintide only took up 20% of the space on the card, the card would be sick. Yep. When were you asking? Getting into Powerball? No, for sure. Yeah, just that would be my only thing, only suggestion is give us a little bit of something, but that's just like nitpicking, like it still looks really cool. Yeah, no, that was fun, fun, fun. All right, gents, we're gonna wrap this up. 2.5 hours. I appreciate you guys. We've been, hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight. Um, if you guys have any more questions, anything you want us to take a look at, um, I think that everybody kind of knows what's going on with Pokemon right now. Um, be on the lookout for Pokemon Center. We've not gotten a Pokemon Center in 2 weeks. There has been movement for Twilight Masquerade, Pokemon Center ETBs, Brilliant Stars, Pokemon Center ETBs, and then there was a collection box that got movement on it as well. So potentially we get a Pokemon Center drop this week, maybe of those. If not, hopefully we get the UPCs coming out soon. If anything interesting comes out, of course, I will let you guys know. I'll be making videos. Um, yeah, that's about it. And unless you guys got anything else, Cat is still doing good. We've been giving him some medicine. So, and the chickens are all doing fantastic as well. We even moved my tortoise out. So, if you're in the Discord, I will have a picture of my tortoise tomorrow. Um, Probably in like the randoms chat if you guys want to check out my tortoise. And then the chickens as well. So, anyways, let's see what we got. We're definitely waiting for a direct Lechonk Pal copy. There's a boar currently, but not close enough. Yeah, the boar is nowhere close to the Lechonk. So don't worry. There's gonna be a fat boy Lechonk, I'm sure of it. And I can't wait. Like I said, I don't care if it's a freaking soul card that's $1,000. I'll buy it and I'll send it to you guys. So thank you, Manhattan. Thanks for coming by, buddy. Glad you enjoyed the live. Um, Thanks again, Korean. Good night, Drew. Yep. LeChonk, appreciate you as always, my friend. And Blood, have a great freaking weekend. Have a great day tomorrow. Good luck if you're going to the card show. Good luck selling. Hopefully, you guys sell well. I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you again. Blood, Korean, LeChonk, Drew, Lambo, Thomas, Roxy Boxy. Even though you're probably not here anymore. Mimic Brew, thanks for coming by. Thanks for the donations. Um, Team Rocket Joey, you were here for a minute with one of your guys. So thanks for you guys for coming in. Thank you to anybody else that I'm forgetting. Brandon, thank you for you as well. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. And I will see you guys in another video. Y'all have a good one. Love you guys. Bye.